Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we shall see about indexing and slicing of our Numpy arrays. We have seen about different functions to create Numpy arrays. We have linspace, log space, arrange, zeros, ones, and our main function array, right? Now I have also shown you how to how to import Numpy module and how to install Numpy module within your systems and also within your PyCharm, right? Now, first of all, why do we need to index or slice arrays? We have print statement and we have return statement to return our arrays, right? But all the time we do not work with the whole array, right? And each time we want a part of array, we need to create a new array and work on that, and it's so messy and it takes much space, right? So instead of doing that, we can have indexing or slicing to take a part of array, and you can create a single array and work on its parts without creating any new arrays. So without any delay, let us create our array and let us start our indexing and slicing. Okay, now firstly I'll import my array numpy as np. Now I'll create an array name arr is equals to np dot, I'll use array function here. I'll create an array. I'll create a random array with some random variables. Now, firstly I'll show you how the basic indexing works. Remember that as in strings, lists, tuples, etc., in arrays also indexing always starts from 0, and from the reverse side the indexing starts from -1. We have already seen that in strings or all other listing data types, right? Now I'll print my 0th element of my array. Run. Yeah, my first element, which is of 0th index, has been returned. Now I'll change my index to 6 to just see another example. Okay, yeah, it has returned my 6th element, my 7th element, which has the index 6. Now let us see how negative indexing works. All these are just small examples. Yeah, -3. Here minus first element is 8 and minus second is 7, and finally minus third element is 6. Now let us see about slicing, basic slicing of arrays. Within slicing we have 3 parameters: start, stop and end. 3 are separated with a colon, and if you do not want to give any of the parameter, you can have it. So first let me have only my start and end parameter, 1:6. And remember that as in range function, the end value also stops with 1 before the end value we have specified. Okay, run. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Here a 6th element, which is of index 5, has been returned last. Our element with 6 index has not been returned, so it has stopped 1 before the element we specified as our end value. Now I'll provide a step value here 2. Let us see how it works. Yeah, it has returned me all the elements from index 1 up to index 6 up to index 5 with step 2. That is, each element in between has been skipped. Now what if I change my step value to 3? Yeah, it has returned only 2 elements, 2 and 2 elements in between are skipped, and the third element has been printed. Okay, in this way you can provide step value. Now I don't want to provide any start and end values here, I want only my step value. So I'll provide it like that. Run Numpy arrays. Yeah, all the elements with step value 3 have been written. Now you can also provide default step value, always the default step value, the default start value as well as the default end value are zeros. Okay, if you do not provide anything, it will consider the start and stop value to be zeros. Okay, now I want to have all elements from 0 up to n. It's nothing but our complete array. Okay, here I'll change it to 4. Sorry. Yeah, it has returned all the elements from index 4 until last. Okay. Similarly, you can have default step value. Here in middle I haven't mentioned any stop value here. I'll provide default step value to be 2 and a start value also to be 2. Yeah, it has returned all the elements with step 2 from a second element to the end. Okay, do not get confused. If you do not provide any default value for start or for step, it takes 0, and for stop it takes our end value of our array. Okay, now enough of 1D arrays, let us create a 2-dimensional array and see how it works. Now I'll create a random 2-dimensional array. Let us not make the things complicated. I'll create some simple arrays. Okay. Now I want my element of index 0. I'll run my program. Yeah, it has returned my first row, right? The Python interpreter considers the 2 rows as 2 different elements within a single array. And if I want to get the first element with my first array, I'll also provide 0 again. Yeah, it has returned 0, which is the first element within our first array. In the same way, you can have negative indexing. Now I'll have my first element from my minus first array, which is nothing but my second array, that is my last array. Yeah, it has returned 5, and don't get confused as I'm using the word array again and again, because these are not 2 different arrays, just they are 2 different rows within a single array, but I'm terming it as array for sake of our convenience. Okay, now let us see how slicing works within our arrays. I'll provide my starting value to be 0. Yeah, it has returned all my values as I have provided my starting value to be 0. I'll change it to 1. Yeah, it has returned 5, 6, 7 and 8, right? Now, what if I provide 1 and providing a comma, I'll specify 3 here. I'll run my program again. Yeah, it has sliced from our first array and returned the third element within our first array. What if I change it to 2? Yeah, it has returned my second element of index 2 within our first array, right? Now, all this is nothing but the values before the comma are slicing or indexing within our 2 arrays, and slicing within our 2-dimensional array, considering our 2 arrays as single elements. Now after the values provided or the slicing provided after the comma is slicing or indexing within our single dimensional arrays. Okay, in the same way you can also slice within your 3D arrays, 2D arrays, and so on. Now I'll change it to 2:3. Sorry, I have it first 4. We do not have any fourth element, right? I'll change it to 1, 2, 3. I'll run my program. Yeah, it has returned me 6 and 7. You can use the same logic as you have used in single dimensional arrays, as the Python interpreter always considers our two arrays as two different elements, and within the arrays can be sliced after the comma. Okay, so in this way you can also use within your 3-dimensional arrays. If you have any doubts doing that, please reach me out at the comment section and I'm leaving it to you. Okay, please try it within your own PyCharm or within your own ideally. Okay, thank you. For new Python tutorials, please subscribe to my channel, and also if you like this video, please like and also share, and if you have any doubts, reach me out in the comment section. Okay, thank you, bye.